Hi, I'm Erin Harrison coming to you from Cloud Expo in Santa Clara, California. And I'm joined today by Nathan Day, who's the Chief Technology Officer at SoftLayer. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. So what does SoftLayer do? And tell us, what is infrastructure as a service?
Well, SoftLayer is an infrastructure as a service provider. We provide IT resources, namely computing and network resources, available on demand to customers that don't want to spend the CapEx to purchase the equipment and really just need the compute and network resources available as a service to them.
Okay, great. You guys are promoting your Build Your Own Cloud product. Tell us about that.
We've got a wide variety of products out there. You know, everything from the dedicated server line with a simple operating system on it or a hypervisor on it to our cloud products. And our cloud product is, you might think of it the same way the Amazon EC2 product works, except we've got a little different spin on it. What we've done is we've chosen to make the configuration of the virtual machines entirely up to the end user. They can specify how much RAM they need, how much CPU they need, and how much disk space they need. And instead of having to pick from a pre-selected package, they can actually design it to fit their application as works the best for them.
Okay, great. And are you seeing more enterprise adoption of the cloud?
We really are. This show is probably a good example of it, where you see more enterprises, more people in suits at this conference than I would expect at a cloud conference on the West Coast.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's, it shows that enterprise really wants the same sort of IT on demand that, frankly, small businesses are used to getting from service providers like SoftLayer. And seeing the enterprise really get into it, it really, it speaks to the viability of the industry, and it speaks to how the enterprise really wants this capability. And what's interesting is they're not only willing to have this cloud capability inside their own data centers, but they're also reaching out to service providers like SoftLayer to extend that reach beyond their private data center to the off-premise data centers from someone like SoftLayer.
Okay, great. And the economy has certainly stabilized. However, companies are still, being asked to do more with less.
Right.
So why is cloud a good choice from a cost savings perspective?
The economy placed a lot of restrictions on capital expenditures by enterprises and other businesses, and service providers like SoftLayer actually did well, to a degree through the downturn, just because we're the ones that are actually spending the capital on the equipment. Our customers use SoftLayer and get our services as an operating expense, not a capital expense. So as those IT needs didn't diminish at all during the downturn, and actually we saw an increase in demand. In order to service those needs, especially with our cloud products, we saw higher demand and higher usage. And so really just the increased use of the services, and a lot of it was driven by a lack of capital to the small business, but also coupled with that the IT needs were actually not even staying stable, but also going up.
Okay, great. And let's shift gears for a second and talk a little bit about security. What are your customers asking for in terms of cloud security?
So one of the concerns that our customers have about cloud security is, how do I get my data from where I'm at right now out to the cloud, and how do I get it back? And SoftLayer's solution to that is that every computing instance, every cloud instance, every dedicated server at SoftLayer has two networks on it. It has a public-facing network that you expect from a service provider, but also a private network. So each of our customers have their own routed private network, and they can access that network through a VPN tunnel, either SSL VPN, PPTP VPN, or an IPsec VPN. And that takes care of the encryption of the data while it's in transit between the end user and the cloud compute environment.
Okay, great. And then, you've got the private cloud and you've got the public cloud, and then now we're seeing this hybrid. So what are you guys doing in that way?
We're trying to be very receptive to the interest. I mean, I think that's really what the enterprise is looking for. It's hard to have that scalability and elasticity inside a private enterprise that a cloud provider like SoftLayer or Amazon or Rackspace can provide. We have the resources, we have the equipment, we can provide that scalability, and that's really difficult for most of the enterprises. And so I think you're going to see more and more enterprises interested in the hybrid model, where they can scale out to the cloud and then scale back down when the need decreases.
Okay, great. And what's next for SoftLayer in 2011?
We're just completing a merger with one of our competitors, by name of the planet.
Okay.
And the new organization is going to enter 2011 with more data center space, more development resources, more customers, and it's going to be an exciting year for us.
Very exciting, and congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Great. I've been speaking with Nathan Day, Chief Technology Officer of SoftLayer. I'm Erin Harrison, coming to you from Cloud Expo in Santa Clara, California.